See your reflection in the water. So the sheep lion saw, then it realized, yes, I am not a sheep, I am a lion like this lion. It realized it's not a sheep anymore. So words could not convince, so the experience convinced that sheep lion. So the lion told, you must eat meat, not grass. So he brought a piece of meat, pushed into his mouth, started tasting it. How it got? It is there, inborn in the lion. It can't eat grass, can eat violently. The meat it can eat. He told, you must roar like a lion. He showed how to roar. It picked it up immediately. Now, all of us are behaving like sheep lions. Do you understand? That's why Swamiji tells us, wake up. Wake up means what? You have forgotten your true nature. Is it not? Says wake up means what? Realize your true nature. What's your true nature? You are spirit by nature. A spark of divine is in every one of you. The all powerful spirit. You can do anything and everything. See how he makes us do it. So he says, Kim nama rodasi sakhe tvai sarva shakti amantrayasva bhagavan bhagadam swarupam tvailokameta dagilam tava pada mule atmayavahi prabhavate na jadaha kadachit. Kim nama rodasi sakhe. My dear friend, why do you weep and wail? Tvai sarva shakti, your all power is in you. Amantrayasya Bhagavan, Bhagadam Swarupam, realize your true nature, real nature, you're divine by nature. You're not anymore a sheep, you're a lion. So that's why he says, calls all of us as sheep lions. Not aware of our true nature. So Swamiji tells us, realize your true nature. So what happens when you realize your true nature? He says, teach yourselves. Please repeat. Teach everyone his real nature. Call upon the sleeping soul and see how it awakes. Power will come. Glory will come. Goodness will come. Purity will come. And everything that is excellent will come when the sleeping soul is roused to self-conscious activity. See what a powerful message has given us. So our souls are sleeping. So we are not really awake. So what we should do? Souls must wake up from the slumber, deep slumber. So realize you're an all-powerful spirit, not this body. So when the soul realizes it, it wakes up. So then the real power will come, glory will come, goodness will come, purity will come. And what is excellent will come when the sleeping soul is roused to self-conscious activity. So may Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna, Mother Sharada Devi and Vivekananda bless you all. Thank you.
Mr. N. Ravichandra, he is a mechanical engineer by profession, and he started with his career with BHEL, and he worked in various areas, right from planning systems, and he headed a lot of products in BHEL. I request Mr. Ravichandra to just say a few words to the students of young engineers of our Hyderabad, Secunderabad colleges, and you will definitely going to take home a lot of things from him. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you, sir.
Good morning to everyone. I am trying to relive the moment when I was an engineering student. But seeing so many of you is going back into the memory lane for me. It looks just as if yesterday I have passed out of Usmania Engineering College way back in 1978. It is really a privilege to come here and stand in this August gathering on the 150th birth anniversary celebration of one of the most illustrious son of India, Swami Vivekananda. I feel really small and humble because I just used to question myself, do I have that capability to come and address in this gathering? But the greatness of Swamiji, Swami Vivekananda, is that he used to love students. He used to treat them at the level what it is really expected. I remember one of his saying, a good teacher is one who comes to the level of the student and then explains. Friends, what you learn is the foundation in the college. But what you put to use is much more than that. You see, a character building is taking place during the college days. What the school teaches you, what the college teaches you, what the teacher and the lecturers teach you is just not the academic. They are teaching you to make you into a complete human being, how you have to face the world. And when you come to a workplace, the expectations, what you have, what you will be trying to do, and the expectations from the organization where you are working, these two will be much, much different. But the common thing in that will be the technical education what you are possessing, which will give you a head start in the various activities of the organization. Remember one philosophy, I call it as AMA. The thing is, the first A stands for ability. Every one of us are endowed with abilities. Certain abilities everyone has. It varies from person to person about the area, but everyone possesses the ability to do any work. We in our organization, in BHEL, that was one of the first thing what I learned was there was so much of freedom given to an individual right from the day when we joined, that I used to feel that they respect our ability. It's most important that an atmosphere like that will kindle your desire to work. And basically, the ability indicates your capability to do a particular job. Well, this ability alone is not sufficient. The second portion of that AMA is the YUM, which is the motivation. The motivation is how you do the job. Do you get a pleasure? Do you get a happiness in doing that particular task, what is assigned to you? That determines your motivation. And ability alone is a waste if you are not motivated enough to do the job. So the thing is, if you enjoy the job, what you are doing, the motivation comes to the forefront and you will execute the task, what you are doing. There are a lot of people who are self-motivated. There are people who require motivation, but the underlying principle in that is a job can be done by only if a motivational factor is available. Now the third portion of that AMA is the most important thing that has been inculcated by your parents, your brothers and sisters, your school teacher, your college lecturers and professors. That is called the attitude. During our journey of life, during our academic career, this is what is, in a very subtle fashion, the attitude is being developed in our character. You must have heard about positive attitude. So many people will be speaking about that. But what I would say is, attitude determines how well you do the job. And this is really important. You will have very good abilities. You are motivated enough to do the job, but do you do the job to the perfection that is required? Do you do the job to the objective it demands? That is determined by the attitude. And this is what, my dear students, this is what is essential in life. That you go through that, see that the right attitude is developed, complete the task not only to your satisfaction but to the satisfaction of the organization which is having certain objectives, to the satisfaction of all your peers, subordinates and your superiors. Skill alone is not sufficient. There are a lot of people who are exceptionally skilled but ill-tempered. They will have a lot of difficulties in an organization because you are not alone. You cannot do a task on your own. You have to do the task along with a lot of other people. This is what is called team. Once you join the organization, that is something else. This just now what I told about the AMA is basically the character building, the way you do a job, like that. But there are other things in an organization. I call it as the 4F. You must have heard of the saying, survival of the fittest. Have you heard? Now, in an organization, the present philosophy is not survival of just the fittest, survival of the fastest. The world is changing so fast. Unless you catch up and move faster than your competitors, you will not be able to succeed. So the first thing remember among the 4F is fast. Quickly grab the opportunities in your life. Do the task quickly so that you are always ahead in your company, not only among your competitors, but also among your colleagues. You should be quick to grab the opportunities. So the first F is fast. The second is flexible. You should not only be fast, but you should be flexible enough to adapt yourself to the various requirements what demands in your organization. See, there are a lot of, when you meet, when you go ahead with discussing, when you are a part of the team, you need to adapt yourself to the different people's requirement. You cannot be rigid. You will have to take the situation as it comes and see what is best demanded at that particular moment. At the same time, your primary objective cannot be lost. So you have to continue to adjust yourself, adapt yourself, and you will find among the most innovative companies in the world, the adaptability, that is the flexibility, that is when a product comes up, when a product is introduced in the market, how you change the product to suit the requirement of the customers is what is called the flexibility. The same flexibility is required for us also in our life, so that a person who is able to adapt himself to the different people will be able to succeed well in the life. The third F is the focus. You should remain focused on the work what you are doing. You should remain focused on the ultimate objective of your life. You should remain focused with the objective of the company what you are working, and you should remain focused to the principles of Dharma what has been explained by the Swami Vivekananda himself. The fourth F is futuristic. Friends, unless you are innovative, unless you think of how you have to be in the future, we'll be losing track, we'll be sidelined in our lifetime. Always move ahead, think ahead, and you will find lot of success in life. These are some of the things what I have personally encountered, and I thought I'll share my experience with you. This also I have been studying various successful people, and I am sure that I have conveyed my own personal feelings, my own personal experience to you. At this juncture, I would like to wish you all immense success in your life, immense happiness in your life. You should have all the prosperity and growth. You should all achieve the dreams what you have. Go ahead, conquer your dream. Thank you very much and good day to you.
जय बोलो भारत माता की जय। जय विवेकानंद, जय विवेकानंद। स्वामी विवेकानंदुनि मार्गम स्वर्ण भारती की साधन मंत्रम। 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 నడవాలి నడుం బిగించి మనమంతా పరిమళించగా మన సంస్కృతి భువనమంతా। నడవాలి నడుం బిగించి మనమంతా పరిమళించగా మన సంస్కృతి భువనమంతా। నడవాలి నడుం బిగించి మనమంతా పరిమళించగా మన సంస్కృతి భువనమంతా। అహాన్ని కరిగించు నీలో ప్రేమే చిగురించు అహాన్ని కరిగించు నీలో ప్రేమే చిగురించు సహనం వహించు స్వార్థానికి తెరదించు సహనం వహించు స్వార్థానికి తెరదించు అహాన్ని పెంచిన దేహం చివరకు చితిపై నిద్రించు అహాన్ని పెంచిన దేహం చివరకు చితిపై నిద్రించు నిస్వార్థంగా బ్రతుకు మనిషి కమరత్వం సిద్ధించు నిస్వార్థంగా బ్రతుకు మనిషి కమరత్వం సిద్ధించు నడవాలి నడుం బిగించి మనమంతా పరిమళించగా మన సంస్కృతి భువనమంతా నడవాలి నడుం బిగించి మనమంతా పరిమళించగా మన సంస్కృతి భువనమంతా జై వివేకానంద జై వివేకానంద గతాన్ని శోధించు అనుభవాన్ని సాధించు గతాన్ని శోధించు అనుభవాన్ని సాధించు సహనం వహించు భవితను వీక్షించు ఒక లక్ష్యం గుర్తించు భవితను వీక్షించు ఒక లక్ష్యం గుర్తించు వర్తమానమున మనసును నిలిపి శరాన్ని సంధించు వర్తమానమున మనసును నిలిపి శరాన్ని సంధించు మూడు కాలముల విలువను తెలిసి విజయం సాధించు నడవాలి నడుం బిగించి మనమంతా పరిమళించగా మన సంస్కృతి భువనమంతా నడవాలి నడుం బిగించి మనమంతా పరిమళించగా మన సంస్కృతి భువనమంతా జై వివేకానంద జై వివేకానంద నిస్పృహ తొలగించు నైరాశ్యం వర్జించు నిస్పృహ తొలగించు నైరాశ్యం వర్జించు విశ్వాసం పెంచు విధిరాతను ఎదిరించు విశ్వాసం పెంచు విధిరాతను ఎదిరించు పరాన్న భుక్తి